Hi, Soul Family. Sami just came up to join Willow and I, so he kicked her out of her spot as usual. And as soon as everybody gets relaxed a little bit, I thought I would do a quick reading. You guys get to choose items. You can choose from Sami. You can choose from Willow. You can choose from the snow leopard. And you can choose from Ganesh, the obstacle remover. And this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to actually just put you guys down right here. I'm in bed in all reality. But this is how we're going to do it. This is how we do it. We're going to be working with the winged enchantment. I talked to you guys about how be careful what you wish for because you'll get it, right? I manifest so fast that I have to be careful with every word that comes out of my freaking mouth. And in our last reading, I was talking about how if you don't like the way things are and you ask Spirit, to step in and do something about it, you better be willing to pack up and go, right? And we got before that we were going to have a change that was going to happen. There was going to be the need to live a little bit more simply or differently than we're used to, maybe go without the comforts that we're accustomed to, but we weren't going to let fear stop us this time, which meant we were offered it before and we didn't take it, right? So what happens to me? I get a call this morning from my old landlord in Sedona, and I had just talked to Liger, my cat, my big cat, about, because him and Sami like to go outside, and I said, I'm going to get you guys a patio, a garden of your own that you can go outside, because they can't go outside here without my landlord's cats beating them up. And then I said, I want to have a place with all hardwood floors. And then I said, no, I think I'd rather have, woo! Wow. I think I'd rather have tile. Let me just move this for a sec, because I got to lean over and pick up all my cards that went flying. I said, no, I'd rather have tile, because Liger, he's an old man. And when he gets annoyed at me, if I don't give him the food that he wants, or whatever he wants, he sometimes will pee. It's not good. So it's good for me to have tile floor. So my old landlord calls, and that was another thing I said out loud. I said, just give me back my old place, right? Just give me back my old place, the one in Sedona. So he called and asked me if I would be interested in running his Airbnb. He's putting the place up for sale, and he says, well, I don't know how long it would be. It might be a couple months, it might be 3 months, 5 months, I don't know. And, he changes his mind all the time, who knows. But he doesn't like the people that are running it, and he likes me. He's been saying, I know that you're going to either be in this house or the Hacienda house, because we've been going back and forth about this for such a long time. And I said to Spirit, well, the Hacienda house is amazing, but I don't want to live out there alone. And if I'm going to be alone in Sedona, I'm going to be in Upper Sedona. Sedona, not Montezuma as well. So he offered me my old place back. My cats can come. Thing is, it's an Airbnb, and it's run as an Airbnb, and I will get my old place back, and I have to run the Airbnb for him. He's not, he doesn't text, he doesn't email, he doesn't do anything like that. So he says, he knows how much I loved it. He said, no one ever loved this place the way you did. It was never loved like you loved it. It had flower. No one ever put flower boxes in it but you. And I don't know, he just, it's been his home for a very long time. His wife died a few years ago, and so he's getting ready for a change. And I've never run an Airbnb, but I'm a professional cleaner. And he says, I want you to do the cleaning in the 2 Airbnbs and run it for me. In exchange for, I'll let you have the place, and I'll pay you a percentage of what comes in, and there you go. And it's like, the way he works, it's like, I may be going in a couple of days, So, just like Spirit said, you're going to go, and this time you're not going to let fear stop you, because the last time you offered me to go, I chickened out. But the places they're already furnished, and so I can't bring all my stuff. I would pretty much, and I decided before that I was probably going to give my landlord half of my, most of my stuff here anyway. But there's a lot of personal things that I have, and so I got to figure out how to, get a trailer, and at least with my truck now, I can tow it. My little trailer, it's in pieces in the backyard. My landlord here feels bad, and because of what has happened and with it and everything, and so we wrapped it all up, cleaned up the backyard, and he, got a spare. That's interesting. He says, I might as well tell you your surprise right now, but I'm going to see if I can I've got to talk to somebody already about putting it back together so that it's roadworthy. And I thought, oh my God. So everything I asked for, right? I manifested it. So what's going on right now is we have too many cards. It's like too many options. So we're going to have to narrow this down. Correct for neutrality on all levels. So for those who chose Sami, and I did, correct for neutrality. For those who chose Sami. So Sami will be water element because he's got his incredible blue eyes. The snow leopard will be earth element. Willow will be air element. And Ganesh is fire element. Okay? Correct for neutrality. So Sami, that one. Oh, funny. It's the deck cover. So the artwork of winged enchantment. So what you're looking at here is this beautiful woman who's surrounded by pink hyacinths. They're hothouse flowers. And she's got a bird on her left shoulder that looks like a robin. Are you a robin? You've got an awfully long... No, you're not. You know what she is? This is really interesting because it's her. It's a hummingbird. She's the hummingbird. And she's looking up at the lovebird up here, or the bluebird of happiness. He's in flight, and she's looking up with a big smile on her face. So, driven by inspiration and charged with animal energies, Lisa created the watercolor paintings for Winged Enchantment by developing an artistic fusion that suggests our deep connection with the avian world. This effect was accomplished by allowing humans and birds to form a visual union with the intent of creating a seamless transition between two realities. This blending of features allows a means of seeing the birds, often in their respective habitats, from a more human perspective. The resulting shape-shifting portraits mesmerize the viewer with their powerful mythos. So, for those of us who chose Sami, Sami's got crystal blue eyes, and he's a water element. Water element would be emotion. And so the bluebird of happiness is approaching, is the first message. Be in expectant joy. Now, as a hummingbird, she's not flitting around. She's waiting. The hummingbird says, you will accomplish what might seem impossible to yourself as well as others. And he's on his way to her. She's expecting him. And she's pretty happy that the bluebird of happiness is on its way. Well, why wouldn't anybody be? But she's not flying around. Now, the bluebird of happiness, the hummingbird says, lighten up, grab the sweetness in life. Now, normally a hummingbird moves very, very quickly, right? But she's not. She's waiting. She's in anticipation. She knows it's coming. She can see it. It's kind of like for us, you know what's coming. You can literally see it. It's right there. It's in the air. Something's in the air, and it's happiness, and it's on its way to you. And it's charged with animal energy. It's something that you've created. It's something that you have painted a picture in your mind of. It happened because you allowed yourself to have this visual experience. Speaking about a union, it's also transitioning between two realities and blending together, seeing each in their respective habitats from a more human perspective. So, each in their own habitats. Two different ways of looking at things, possibly two different areas of life, right? And this one's not flitting about that they normally do, but is with love all around them, eagerly awaiting the arrival of this bluebird of happiness, staying in a very receptive, loving space. That's exciting. Okay. So for those of us who chose Willow, and I did, correct for neutrality. So pay attention now. Your bird water elements are the bluebird of happiness and the hummingbird. Those are your totems that you're supposed to pay attention to. You'll see them. They'll come to you. And when you see the hummingbird, it will remind you that you look different than other birds. You shouldn't actually be able to fly. You're aerodynamically incorrectly built, but you can do amazing things. You're like a little helicopter, can go up and down and backwards and sideways. You flit around from this to that, grabbing the sweetness in life, inspiring and bringing joy and happiness. That's your energy. And the bluebird of happiness, clearly, blue, calming, peaceful, positive, happy. Correct for neutrality. For those who chose Willow, and Willow chose to go sleep on her chair because Sami came up here and she gets her nose in a knot. So I don't know about that. I'm trying to think of how large of a trailer I can get in order to bring some of the items that I have here. She's got to have her seat. Blue Jay. Blue Jay speaks about speech. I'll let you know the totem message first, let you look at it. The Blue Jay says, don't allow anyone to bully you with their words, but don't you be a bully with your words either. It talks about speaking your truth. Blue is the color of Archangel Michael. It's also the color of communication. The number is 2. 2 is talking about things going the way they are meant to happen, but it's also a pair, right? So working with another. This Blue Jay has got his back to us and he's showing us his bare ass. So he says, I'm naked, see? I'm open. His arms are open. I'm naked. I'm standing in front of you. Now he may be leaving. He's in flight. So let's see what his message is for all of us. Where did I put here we go. Okay, so I'll find the message. I read it right from the deck, from this deck. I love this deck. This is going to give you whatever it is that you need, the energy that you need. It'll give you the impetus that you need. Hopefully it'll fire you up. So, Blue Jay. I am Blue Jay. The advantage of a quick wit and intellect. I am the first one heard. I am the brightest one seen. I command attention and I dive right in. I fear nothing and I take what I need. I am the crucial adaptation of a successful life. I have the discipline to master new skills. It's fine to learn new things, but dabbling in too many things will keep you scattered. I am the need to follow through. I wear the crown of achievement. I am the proper use of knowledge. You may need to be louder to get what you want. You may have to outsmart the others, but don't be afraid to draw attention to yourself. Let the world know that you're there and that you're ready to take control. I am incomparable in self-certainty. I am the victory of taking by sheer will. Get out into the world and take what you have worked so hard for. You are presence You are survival. You are ambition. You are blue jay. So that's going to be an answer to some of you about what you need to do, how you need to handle the situation. Don't be waiting around for the world to come and drop in your lap. You go there and you grab it. You let everybody know what you want and what you're going to do. Blue jay doesn't have any problem speaking out. They're very gorgeous and they're very noticeable and they're cheeky. They're always my friends when I'm up in the trees. They actually can become pets. I had pets that were blue jays. All right, for those who chose the snow leopard, and I did. I love the snow leopard. Correct for neutrality. For those who chose the snow leopard, correct for neutrality on all levels. You know, we're in Sedona where my landlord is, my old landlord. It's not Thunder Mountain area that I got used to since I've moved away. It's the first place I lived when I lived there. It's up towards the trees. Goose. Interesting. Now, when Goose shows up, your plans are about to go sideways. It also, like, you'll get back on track, but it's kind of like, you know, you're going along and all of a sudden it jogs to the other side. And it's like, okay, what do you got to do here? The Goose also talks about something wonderful is about to happen. The Goose is also about busybodies, right? People that are getting in the middle of others, telling other people what to do. So let's see what Grandmother Goose has to say. The number 13, 1, keep your thoughts positive. Ooh, Canadian Goose, very, very good message. I'm a Canadian. The Canadian Goose never leaves a wounded bird behind. They will stay until they recover enough to fly or they pass. But they're very loyal. They mate for life. They're soulmate. Once you find your soulmate, they stick with them for life. Okay, so Grandmother Goose. Oh, hold on. I'm reading. Yeah, here we go. I was going to read the grouse, but we're not reading grouse. We're reading Goose. Okay. I am Goose, the guardian of the journey. I am the soul who travels. No surprise that I chose this one, right? I am the quest within. I am the greatest story ever told. You have been avoiding the unknown roads ahead in favor of the old and familiar. You are indecisive. It may be time to seek warmer pastures, as I am the call to a great life-altering journey. Every great tale starts here. Every hero heeds a call. I may inspire a road trip or open your eyes to those wide open spaces on the other side of the fence. Rest assured that no matter where I lead you, you will never return home the same. I stir the heart and I make it restless. I push you from comfort and I wake up your senses. You will traverse those far-off places as I lead your spirit onward. You are the quest. You are searching for the new. You are the adventurous hero. You are Goose. This is so confirmation about what I'm to do, right? I mean, if you had any worry, you know, because I said, everyone's like, oh my God, that's so exciting. I'm like, yeah, it's scary too at the same time, you know, because you get comfortable. And even though I have no friends in this area, I don't have, you know, a lot in Sedona either, but I fit in there, right? It's more me. And if I'm going to be by myself, I might as well be where I love it. And, but yet I'll miss, you know, having somebody that lives in the house. My landlord in Sedona, he has a house in Montezuma as well, which is 45 minutes out of town. And he'll keep the other one on the other side of me for when he comes up in Sedona. So he'll be up once in a while, but he's not there constantly. And I'm used to having somebody here. Like my landlord and I, we go grocery shopping together. We get pizza together. You know, there's somebody always there. And even if it's just as you're walking outside to get the mail or whatever. But now I'll be alone, right? That's what Spirit said. You're going to be going out there and you're going to be, it's an adventure. So there was a message for confirmation for me, right? I said I absolutely chose that one. So now we ask for those who chose Ganesh, the obstacle remover. Remove the obstacles. I'm a little worried about Willow and Sam, or not Willow, but Sami and Liger in my side of that studio. I mean, it's actually a suite because it's a huge patio. It's fantastic, but I've had coyotes come right up to the door along with the deer, and you know, Liger was on the patio and he wasn't seen. He was up on the wall, but Sami wants out so bad to wander around, and he doesn't get it. He's not used to, he's not a street-worthy cat, and he'd be somebody's quick lunch. So I kind of was hoping that my landlord would take my side and let me have his other side that has a more secluded patio. But Spirit knows what I need for my animals, so I trust that what I get, whoops, is what I'm supposed to have. So 2 fell on the ground for you guys. And again, gotta move you there for a sec. Will I go down and grab these? Oh no, not 2 fell. 3 fell. And we can't take 3. How interesting. I'll let you know what they are though. Maybe we will do 3. Since it's our last message. I think we will. We'll take it. We'll take it. It's kind of like if you're trying to make a decision about something. Gosh, I hope you guys have been able to see this. I didn't realize. Okay. So here they are. Hi, Sami Yummy. One is the sparrow. Sparrow is a very common little bird. It can survive anywhere. It can survive in the cold. It can survive in the heat. It's seen wherever you go, normally in flocks. People don't really pay much attention to it. Sometimes they call it a nuisance, but they don't really give it a lot of credence. And yet, because it's so strong and adaptable and determined, it is called the bird of victory. The victory sparrow, I call it. It's also the pet of Aphrodite. Look at all the love around this little sparrow. Okay, the next one, I'll let you know what they are, but we're going to show you what they are. The next one is the hummingbird, which we just got, and there she is. That's the one that we were looking at, right? So this is going to be all about her. So here again, we get a lot of information about the hummingbird. Look at the birds all up at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then she's 1, 5, which makes absolute sense. There's a great deal of sudden change that's happening at this moment. Always for the better. Good idea to call upon Spirit for help with these changes. And then the last one is the swallow, which is interesting because I was supposed to go up to San Juan Capistrano yesterday, and I didn't end up going. And that is the swallow always returns home to San Juan Capistrano. It's the harbinger of hope. How many? There's too many to count. There's a ton of them. So we'll read these one by one. We'll start with the sparrow, right here. Okay. Sparrow. Victory sparrow. Let me tune this in so it's a little clearer for you guys. Okay. Sparrow. I'm looking at my water bottle that I got in Sedona, and it's all, you know, somebody did a reading, and I listened to it, and I thought it was funny. And they said there's something that you always carry in your right hand. It makes you feel confident. It's almost like your talisman or your, it's like it's something that makes me feel strong. And I laugh because it's true. It's this. When Spirit said I had to go into that bar by myself on a Sunday afternoon, I put this, I thought, oh my God, I got to go into a bar. Because it was dancing. It wasn't a bar. It was like an open air bar. And I love to dance, but I would never go into a place by myself. And you know, I wasn't going to drink because I'd have to drive. And that means, oh my gosh, I've got to dance and go in there by myself. So I went armed with this, with my chia water. Peace, joy, love. I freaking love this thing. And I lost it when I was up in the Santa Cruz Mountains at the farmer's market. And I was so upset. I said, I have to have that. I mean, everywhere I go, you guys will notice this. I have it with me everywhere I go. So, 32. There's something that you carry in your right hand. Yeah, it's like my security blanket. So it's going full circle all the way back to Sedona where I got it when I was first there. Okay. 32. Sparrow. What are your words of wisdom? I am Sparrow, the enlightenment of self-worth. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. It is about your self-worth. I am pride and simplicity and honor in the commonplace. Now think about what I said about them, right? They're a common little bird, and people don't give much credence to them, which means maybe you feel like you've been overlooked. Maybe people have underestimated you, but they should not have, because you are the victory sparrow. Okay. I am the one standing vigilant. I am power in numbers and the contentment of being a part of the larger whole. Much of human endeavors thrive on originality, of standing out boldly from the crowd. My wisdom encourages the acknowledgement of the role of community and family to shape your personal destiny. You cannot always fly solo, but you cannot neglect the threads that bind it all together. You are approaching a time that will require a group effort and a need to blend in while fostering your imprint on the world. It is a mighty gift to flit about the world unseen, and a greater gift to know that you have flocks behind you if you need them. You need to pull back, regroup, and find the common ground. You are engaging humanity. You are part of something great. You are open. You are Sparrow. Okay, so I'm getting a message from this. The way it's talking about somebody who's used to kind of blending in and hiding out and moving around, right? But they've been doing it alone. More like a lone wolf. And Spirit's saying, nope, it's not the way this is going to be done now. This is now a time that you're going to go about and move through different places, but you're going to rely on others to help this happen. You're going to be one of a group of many. So if you've been trying to do everything by yourself, Spirit's saying this isn't working any longer, right? You've been used to kind of doing your own thing, flitting around all over the place, but you can't neglect the fact that there's a reason for a united collective, right? You can't always fly solo, and you're approaching a time that you're going to need a group effort in order to pull something together, right? If you need people, they're there for you. So something is shifting really quickly right now, and you're going to need to kind of like pull back, regroup. I just talked to one of my clients about this. You know, if you're approaching something and it's not working, do you give up? And he's saying, no. What you do is you pull back, you hunker down, you think, okay, how can I attack this from a different angle? How can I make this work to my benefit, right? Or how can I make this successful if there's a block? So that's what you're going to do. You're going to pull back, you're going to regroup, and you're going to find out, okay, what is the common ground that I need or that we need to find ourselves on? So there's a pretty big message in that. Hummingbird, did we do Hummingbird? Hummingbird, or did I just speak about each? I think I just spoke about each, right? A little bit. Okay, Hummingbird, what do you want to say? I am Hummingbird. I am creator shaman. I am the burst of light in the darkness. Whirling and weaving through the patterns of time, I create the nectars of life. I am the fragility of human nature in motion. I advise you to keep your garden in order. I am the fleeting brilliance of the moment. I am here and I am the now. When your world has ceased to make sense, I will be the one fluttering at your window. Hover precisely where you are and take a good look around. Take it all in before your next great adventure. I am luminosity. I am the magic that happens with the first breath. I am the life that stirs at dawn. I am opening the flower in the spring. There is a miracle in every particle of life. You are spontaneous action. You are divinity made manifest. You are the joy of movement. You are Hummingbird. So this is a really loud message to myself. The Hummingbird is one of my totems. I mean, most of them are, but this is one of my regulars. And I will miss that. My lake view, right, in my window. I sit there at that desk, and the hummingbirds come to my window all the time. They come right up to me. So at this moment, and I am a shaman, so this is a really good one for myself as well. But so the key words are, I advise you to keep your garden in order. So it's like, take care of your own garden. Don't worry about other people's gardens. You do what you need to do, right? Keep your garden in order. What do you have to do in your garden? You've got to water it. You've got to weed it. You've got to take care of your garden, right? You've got to love it. So when things are a disaster, right? When the world ceases to make sense, I'll be fluttering at your window. So hover where you are and take a good look around. Whoever this is speaking to, take a good look. Got it? Because you're going to be moving on to your next great adventure. Okay, and the last one, the swallow. The swallows always return home. They always return home. All right, don't know if I want to get up and do this on my computer. I want to see if I can upload this just from my phone. It's just that I can't edit it so that it doesn't move around all wiggly like that. Anyway, I am Swallow, the direction changer. I am the swiftness of every great move. I am the exploration of new angles. I am the bold agility you need to catch what is yours. I am adaptability required for new experiences. What you seek eludes you, so I'm here to help you find out why. Step outside of yourself and take a longer look. You may have missed a shortcut or have taken one by mistake. I am the hope of new pathways. I am the right place at the right time. I am the most efficient use of skill. You are encountering choice and the magnitude of all of its potential. Sometimes the best decision requires the least reflection. I am the spontaneity of a single fleeting moment where everything can change. I am the determination to cross difficult terrain. Trust your intuition. You are the energy of higher purpose. You are the power to outmaneuver. You are pure instinct. You are Swallow. So this is pretty cool. This is nice. So you might have been thinking you're moving along doing the thing that you're supposed to do, right? But you took a dead-end street. I got that in my dream a while ago. I heard somebody say, well, I know this is a dead end, but I've just got to go check it out. And and I was like, no, don't go. But they did. They went to the dead end street. So I'm here to show you why what you seek eludes you. Did you miss a shortcut? Or did you take one by mistake? Remember I said yesterday in the reading when I was sitting there that sometimes we want to go a certain way, and sometimes we overanalyze it and we think about it and we think about it and we think about it until we miss our opportunity. You snooze, you lose, right? So did you miss it? So it's okay, because right now Swallow is saying I'm the right place at the right time if you have, and I am the most efficient use of skill. So right now you got choice again in front of you, and you've got potential. And so what happens right now is you need to not reflect, because you've been taking too long to reflect, and maybe that's why you missed your shortcut, or maybe that's why you missed your move. So this is about no more reflection. This is about spontaneity and moving quickly, being determined, trusting your intuition. Now, I think you guys are probably going to think it's a ripoff that the first card got so little of an explanation, right? There really wasn't a lot. I tried to make a lot out of it, but you got Hummingbird and you got the Bluebird of Happiness. But I think I'm going to let Spirit give us one more for the first, for those who chose Sami, since he's sitting right there looking at us. All right, Sami, what is the most important thing? What do you want us to know? He's my spirit cat for sure, one of my three. What do you want us to know, baby? Huh? Time to relax? Time to get outside, he says. Time to get out and explore, Mom. Every time the front door opens, you know I want to get out. I want to go with you. That was another thing I said to Spirit. I'm not going anywhere without my cats. And so that was not a problem for me. Correct for neutrality. I am also taking a dragonfish, and I don't know if Merlin's my dragonfish. I got to figure out how to bring him, but I'm bringing him. And Panu is my Siamese fighting fish, but he's not doing very well right now, so we'll see what happens with him. Correct for neutrality. Siamese fighting fish. He's not doing too well. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Maybe he just needs a change of atmosphere. Come down off of his high horse. Correct for neutrality on all levels. What's going on? Drop one, or we're just going to drop it all together. Do you want us to have one? I mean, just because I asked for it doesn't mean I get it, right? So we'll see. Yep. Okay. That one. Woodpecker. Now this is important. Woodpecker's been showing up a lot. Ooh, I'm going to miss Idlewild looking at this. I always miss where I'm not. So the woodpecker talks about an opportunity pecking out in your life. Let's see what Woodpecker says here. Have you been banging your head against a wall and getting nowhere? Or is it time to start pecking away at something that you have left undone? I hope you guys can see this. So Woodpecker I am Woodpecker, the rhythm of the ancients and the heartbeat of the earth. I am drummer. I am the percussion of life. I am the one who digs deep and finds the secrets hidden within. I am in tune with the world and allow my echoes to lead me to the hearts of others. I can dredge up those things forgotten. I can call out that which hides. Know that everything has a time and a beat of its own. Know that there are always more layers beneath the surface. I've come to change the pace and alert you to something new on the horizon. Align yourself now with what needs to be rather than what has fallen out of sync. Look to where your heart pulls you and let it play out. Find the new beat of your life. There is great power in realignment. You are captivating sound. You are the energy of vibration. You are connection. You are Woodpecker. So wow, there's a lot of changes, and it's about going with it and just going for it. And that's what I said. I'm like, well, I'm not going to let fear stop me this time, right? And whatever it is, it's going to be in the highest good because I'm following Spirit's guidance. I don't question Spirit. I did get a little chicken the last time, and then I lost my opportunity. But in all reality, for myself, it really wasn't what I asked for. I didn't want to be 45 minutes out of Sedona if I was going to be there. I wanted to be in Sedona. So now, when I get offered what I asked for, I'm not allowed to be chicken. So you aren't either. Curious to see how this all plays out for everybody. And I'm going to upload this as quickly as I can. And I'm going to go to sleep with my babies. I'll miss my lake birds. I love my lake birds. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. It's snuggle time.